My family, going by what is actually happening right now, if you read the news or if you listen to what is actually happening with President Trump, Iran, and Israel, you can actually see that this prophecy.
Am I saying it is at this time? Am I saying it is at this time that America would win a war and then now America never wins a war? It leaves. No, they didn't get that. America never wins. The only war America wins is when it's in America. There's never won a war. It will leave and then claim it won. And that country will be in shambles and they start fighting each other there. They did that with Iraq. And they even killed the leader of Iraq. Now there is another one.
It's beginning to unfold because from what we're hearing, it seems President Trump is planning, his way out of this Iran situation.
Of course, but Americans are feeling the effects in the interim.
And they're also feeling a lot safer.
What is the plan to bring them back down?
All I have to do is leave Iran, and we'll be doing that very soon.
There's never won a war. It will leave and then claim it won.
All I have to do is leave Iran, and we'll be doing that very soon. And they'll become tumbling down. And stock prices were up today almost to a record because they know two things. Number one, we have a safe country. We had to take a little detour because we had a madman named Khomeini who sadly is no longer with us. And we had regime change already. We've knocked out one regime, then we knocked out the second regime. Now we have a group of people that are very different. They're much more reasonable, I think much less radicalized. We've had regime change. We're dealing with people that are much more rational, and it's amazing what we've done. We'll be leaving very soon, and if France or some other country wants to get oil or gas, they'll go up through the Strait and Hormuz Strait. They'll go right up there and they'll be able to fend for themselves. I think it'll be very safe, actually, but we have nothing to do with that. What happens to the Strait, we're not going to have anything to do with, because these countries, China will go up and they'll fuel up their beautiful ships and they'll leave and they'll take care of themselves. There's no reason for us to do it. We hit them hard. We got rid of a lot of the radicalized lunatics along the Strait. But if they want something, but I would say that within 2 weeks, maybe 3, we're hitting them very hard. Last night we knocked out tremendous amounts of missile-making facilities. As you probably read or wrote, we knocked out. Excuse me.
Pardon interrupting. The U.S. will be gone or done with the war?
I think we're 2 or 3 weeks. Yeah.
There's never won a war. It will leave and then claim it won. That country will be in shambles and they start fighting each other there.
We'll leave.
So the prophecy is actually unfolding. And, there have been a lot of questions asked.
We've just heard from Donald Trump, and every day he seems to contradict his statement from just the day before. But this is the latest, that it's 2 to 3 more weeks. That's the timeline. He's achieved his goal. He said he had one goal of knocking out nuclear facilities and make sure Iran couldn't attack in that way. So he's certainly looking for an out. Do we believe him?
I guess you would have to tell me that in the comments, whether you believe him or not. But as we can actually see, Prophet Angel's prophecy, it's just like puzzle pieces, fitting in together. All right. And moving on, there's this thing that Brother Brandon said. I believe he talked about a Trojan horse event and the like. I remember posting that video a couple of weeks back. Well, concerning all these, oil tanks that Trump says were given to him as a present.
They did something yesterday that was amazing, actually. They gave us a present, and the present arrived today. And it was a very big present worth a tremendous amount of money. And I'm not going to tell you what that present is. He said to show you the fact that we're real and solid and we're there. We're going to let you have 8 boats of oil. 8 boats. 8 big boats of oil.
And I couldn't help but remember something that Brother Brandon talked about, where he said that he's seeing an attack coming.
I remind you of the boat coming into Washington, D.C. It is a boat, a barge, and it has a device in the middle of the barge I see this device again. I see the barge. It's like an oil tanker. It's like some kind of major shipping container boat looking big. I'll tell you what it looks like. It's black. It's a black boat, and it goes up, and it has like a cockpit up here, but it's long. It's a long boat that's black, and the top looks red. The deck. The deck is a red looking deck, like painted like red, and it looks like it's black, like the boat is black, big black boat.
And in light of Trump receiving this, 10-boat or 8-boat present, this is what Brandon Biggs said, where he was actually tying in his prophetic word he released before those boats were received, to these happenings that we're seeing right now.
Now, President Trump is talking about boats of oil being brought to America from Iran as a gift. I don't know how many boats. Do you remember the boat I saw that was black and red? It is a surprise attack with oil. It's something to do with the oil barge. Now, I know I see in part, hear in part. And what the Lord, I believe, shows me. Hopefully they would be smart enough to check things. I'm sure they would.
So still in this, train of thought that is to do with things that have to, that focus on infiltration and all that, talking about other things, there's this warning that Prophet Tomi released, especially to the United States of America, concerning this Islamic Brotherhood, this infiltration of this Islamic Brotherhood and all that. Let's listen to what he has to say.
I discovered that in the UK, right now as we speak, there are over 200 Sharia courts, and that number is deliberately underplayed by our UK governments. They are deliberately downplaying that number so that we're not really aware of the real threat level. But not only is there this grassroots movement of over 200 Sharia courts, that means foreign courts on UK soil. Let it sink in. Foreign courts on UK soil. Just like America, UK has its own high court, has its own county court, district courts. But added to that, we have these foreign courts called Sharia courts that are not legally able to pass laws, but in their own communities, they pass laws outside of UK jurisprudence. That should just shock you alone. But let's go a step further and just look at this. Right now, as we speak, the current mayor of London is a man called Sadiq Khan, a Muslim. His role as mayor of London is an executive post with the real governing power over the entire city, one of the largest cities in the world, biggest credit economy in the world is London. He oversees that, including transport, policing, oversight, planning, environment, culture. And right now, our present Prime Minister is talking about giving him a title and a peerage in the House of Lords, one of the UK's premier chambers of power. Another such man is Luther Rahman. He's the executive mayor of Tower Hamlets. Mohammed Shafiq, he's the Lord Mayor of Bradford, England. If you don't know what Bradford is, it's in the north. Zafar Iqbal is the Lord Mayor of Birmingham. Safia Saeed is the Lord Mayor of Sheffield. Sharon Akkar is the Lord Mayor of Chester in England. Shabna Mahmood is the Secretary of State for the Home Department in the United Kingdom. Lord Khan of Burnley, Wajid Iltaf Khan, is a member of the House of Lords. Baroness Gopher is a member of the House of Lords. Lord Kamal is a member of the House of Lords. Afzal Khan is a member of Parliament for Manchester. Humza Yusuf is a member of Scottish Parliament. What do all these people have in common? They're all Muslims, and they all have very key, prominent and powerful positions in the UK government presently. Now you may say, how did this all happen? The same way it's happening all around the West right now. It's happened by and large through Qatari influence. Its influence, the Qatari government on UK politics doesn't control politics directly. It controls through a form of soft power channels, money relationships and institutions, massive investments. Just think about this. The Qatar government has invested $100 billion into the UK. It owns stakes in one of the most prominent cities, Canary Wharf, the Shard, Heathrow Airport, and Heathrow linked infrastructure, major hotels and assets. Now, what does this mean? When a country is that financially embedded, it gains access, relationships, and influence decision-making circles, not control, but presence in the room where decisions are shaped. Political access via hospitality and networks. UK rules allow foreign governments to fund hospitality, travel, events, forums. Qatar is among countries doing this and is one of the big countries doing this right now. Strategic partnerships with government. UK Qatar official cooperation includes foreign policy coordination, humanitarian programs, education partnerships. Many schools right now in the UK are Islamic schools. And so you're seeing from primary to secondary education, a lot of it, media, culture, branding, sports, boxing, all of it is Qatar's soft power influence on the UK. And this power is not staying, by the way, limited to the UK. It's impacting the world right now. I've just come back from the United Kingdom, and it's looking a lot more Islamic. It's looking a lot more multicultural. Now, do I believe in multiracial societies? 1000%. I'm a firm believer that, for instance, you can thrive in America and be black, white, Asian, same in the UK. But to be an advocate of multiculturalism is to fly in the face of scripture. Woe to the one that removes the boundary marks of any nation. Our God is a national boundary setting God. That means Qatar has its boundaries. It means England has its boundaries. It even means the United States of America has its own culture. And so when you try and do this kind of multicultural integration, as fluffy and wonderful as it sounds, it's almost like the day England and America embedded LGBTQ ideology into the West. The problem with that is tolerance became choose my view or go to jail, or choose my view or get locked up. And the UK government has right now expanded the definition of Islamophobia. That expansion includes any hateful posting, digital social media, tweeting, or Facebook posting in any way against the Islamic faith. A man got thrown in jail just while I was in England because he refused to serve halal food and posted it up on his wall of his restaurant. We don't serve halal food here. And now that precious man is in prison. So it just goes to show the level of influence right now that the Muslim government has on the West. Now, how's this impacting America? Well, you only need to look at Texas, where I live right now, to see the impact of Islamic influence on Texas. Texas, that used to be a Bible belt, is no longer safe from Islamic interference. Guess what, Texas? The Bible belt has been broken. And if it's broken in Texas, it's only a matter of time before it hits the rest of the United States. Now, look at what this precious man said, who's clearly of Middle Eastern descent. Look at his warning to the West, if you don't believe this prophetic warning.
What would your final message be to the citizens of UK?
I believe the citizens of UK, they have to stick into the British values. You have to reject Qatari radical regime values. You have to reject Muslim Brotherhood values. You have to force the government and establishment to strengthen your own churches, to strengthen your own immigration system.
Did you hear that? Strengthen, force the government, the UK government, to strengthen your own churches. That means, let me tell you, the only way we're going to see this Islamic agenda turned around, this Muslim Brotherhood Islamic agenda that Qatar is by and large funding, by the way, is for us to finally say, UK government, US government, governments around the world, President Trump, if you're in America, we need you to start supporting funding that actually strengthens the church. It will shock you to know, by the way, that the majority of churches in the UK are owned by Jews, owned by Muslims. I have this on good source. Jews and Muslims own the majority of churches. Why? Because they know that Christians buy churches in high demand. But also, a lot of Muslims, including Muslim Brotherhood, are buying up huge churches, Quakers buildings, Church of England, and they're converting these buildings into mosques. This is fact, that means that if we don't get serious about our faith in America, the same strategy that's been implemented in the West by the Qatari government, that means get influential in education, get influential in government, and then buy up massive churches, knock them down, turn them into mosques, then we are going to fall into the same plight that the UK is in right now with the Muslim Brotherhood.
So my family, things are actually getting really, really serious. And don't forget to tune into a prayer program with Pastor Chris Oyakilome as he's praying against, all these things that have to do with the US-Israeli-Iran war, all these things that are happening. Don't forget to join them. And especially on YouTube, if you want to, fellowship on YouTube, there's a channel that is called Christ Embassy Richardson. You can check it out and also watch Pastor Chris. So they're going to be streaming live. So I'll mention the next one as always. If there are any updates from there, I'll share them with you tomorrow. God bless you.